Welcome to crazedyansty, the ultimate destination for car lovers who crave honest reviews, real-world insights, and all the nitty-gritty details manufacturers often skip. Whether you are looking to buy your next ride or just obsessed with automotive culture, this channel dives deep into every corner of the car world. In this video, we're dissecting the Honda Civic LS, a model that has surprised a lot of people, and not necessarily in a good way. If you've been eyeing the Civic LS thinking it's the dependable, well-rounded ride you've always heard about, you might want to take a closer look. The Civic name has long stood as a symbol of reliability, economy, and understated style. Over the decades, it has become synonymous with everyday practicality and solid performance. But when we zoom in on the LS variant, things start to look different. On paper, the Civic LS seems to promise the Honda experience at a more affordable price point. That could sound appealing to a budget-conscious buyer. However, a closer inspection reveals a number of trade-offs that might make you think twice before signing the papers. Let's start with the design. The current generation Civic looks aggressive and sharp, with sleek headlights, a low-slung body, and a sporty rear profile. This visual identity has helped Honda connect with younger drivers and people who want a stylish sedan without going overboard on price. But the LS trim does not carry the full aesthetic punch of higher variants. The wheels are smaller, and the detailing is toned down. You miss out on some of the gloss and polish that gives the higher trims their visual edge. If curb appeal is important to you, this might be your first red flag. Inside, the story continues. Honda generally does a good job with interior materials, layout, and functionality. The Civic LS retains the basic ergonomic layout the brand is known for, but it falls short when it comes to creature comforts and features. The seats feel more basic than they should, and while they are decently supportive, long drives may leave you wishing for something a bit more premium. Materials used on door trims and dashboard plastics are utilitarian, reminding you that this is very much a base model. Tech-wise, the LS comes with the essentials but doesn't excite. You get a small infotainment screen with limited connectivity, meaning no advanced navigation, no crisp audio system, and certainly no wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Even the rear camera can feel dated with low resolution and sluggish response. Compared to rivals in the same segment, especially from brands like Hyundai and Kia, the Civic LS feels behind in the digital experience. It is not terrible, but it is not 2025 ready either. Performance is where some buyers might still find value. The Civic LS typically comes with a 1.6-liter or 1.8-liter naturally aspirated engine, depending on the market. It delivers decent horsepower, usually around the 120 to 140 range. It's not fast, and it's not trying to be. The power delivery is smooth, especially with the CVT transmission which Honda has refined over the years. For daily commuting, it will get the job done. City driving is comfortable, and the steering has the lightness that makes traffic bearable. But if you are expecting a peppy, fun-to-drive experience that Civic C or Sport models offer, you won't find it here. Fuel economy remains a strong point. You can expect efficiency figures in the range of 30 to 40 miles per gallon, depending on how and where you drive. Honda's engineering keeps things efficient without the need for turbochargers or hybrid assistance in this trim. That makes the LS attractive for someone who drives long distances or wants a cheap-to-run vehicle. But again, that comes at the cost of a more engaging or refined drive. Handling and suspension tuning are typically Civic strengths, and even the LS holds up okay in this department. Body roll is minimal, the ride is comfortable over most surfaces, and there's a general sense of road confidence that's lacking in some competitors. However, the lack of sound insulation in the LS makes highway driving noisier than it should be. Road and wind noise easily creep into the cabin, which affects the overall comfort level especially on longer journeys. When it comes to safety, Honda includes a basic version of its sensing suite, but not the full package. So while you might get features like automatic emergency braking and lane departure warnings, you're unlikely to find adaptive cruise control or blind spot monitoring in the LS. For a 2025 vehicle, those omissions are worth noting. Many competitors offer a more complete safety suite even at their base levels. This is particularly relevant for young drivers or families who want to maximize safety without going for the top trim. Storage and practicality are fair but not standout. The Civic has a decent trunk, good enough for groceries or a couple of suitcases. Rear seat legroom is also fine for a compact sedan. But the LS doesn't offer the little touches that make life easier, like a center rear armrest or USB ports for rear passengers. Honda keeps the essentials, but barely. In a world where even small crossovers come loaded with convenience features, this Civic LS feels Spartan. So who is this car really for? If you are someone who needs reliable transportation, appreciates Honda's long-term durability,